Sit back, relax, and enjoy, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
It's not gonna happen, and Daniel McMillan,
Pennsylvania native, kept here winning here at Pocono.
Third win of the season, and win the championship.
Ryan Benjamin with the last lap pass.
And he is going to score the victory in the Minute Maid 300.
Salmon Oskin, third win of the season.
He's gonna get it and only leads 3 laps today!
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
It is a cool and clear night here in the southwest portion of the United States. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Trey Wright, and welcome to race number 28 of the inaugural season of the NOFSRL Mission Barbecue Cup Series. We are live from none other, the track, the myth, the legend, the Zen Joltis QuadOval MegaSpeedway here in beautiful Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, for the running of the Anti-Task Force 500. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and getting ready to kick off chase race number 3, the inaugural chase for the Mission Barbecue's Cup Series Championship. And after Tuesday's race at Daytona Beach, this thing just got a whole lot shaken up, even though the guy who's been dominating this season is still in the points lead. He's starting all the way in the back. Derek Hamill, who had a decent run at the Daytona Beach course, is your pole sitter. He starts alongside 42 of Dave Benjamin Jr., trying to scout out where some of the chase drivers are starting. Al Agassi and Eric Monaco actually got a 4-pack of chase drivers right here to round out the top 10. Monaco, Lagasse, Benjamin Dover, and Madison Tall. Trying to look, there's Keegan Thompson. There's your last winner in the Mission Barbecue Cup Series, Zachary Fitzwater, getting his second win on NASCAR Nerd 34. And of the season, Colton Yo had a really good run at the Daytona Beach course. So did Logan Williams, and so did Landon Smith Jr. Pretty poor qualifying effort out of that 88 team, but this is our final official super speedway race of the season. We see Tyler Reynolds, Brady Wilmington, and Jonathan Logan, your 3 cars furthest back in the field to start this race. But like I was saying, this is a super speedway race, so you can go from the back to the front pretty easily, and it's definitely not going to be our fastest super speedway race, but it's going to be a very, very fun one here in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Going to be doing 26 laps. So we got the cars rolling off here, making sure everybody rolls off successfully, and our pole sitter decided to be an idiot.
Drivers, to your car.
Drivers, start your engines.
We've got the cars rolling off here, making sure everybody rolls off successfully, and they are. Once again, nobody is in the booth with me this evening, but yeah, definitely going to be a very, very fun race. A 5-turn super speedway. You see the cars. This is where the pit road is. Contrary to popular belief, this is not the front straightaway. And you see on this little map here, this is where the field is coming out of. The front straightaway is down here, a 4.92 mile quad oval with 23-degree banking in the corners. This is going to be very, very fun. Each straight is about half of a mile. So this is going to be a very, very fun race here in beautiful Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. And this is going to be quite the pace lap, the length of a pace lap. I'm hitting the wrong button as usual. There you see the cars there on the back straightaway. Derek Hamill going to try and get his first win of the season. He and Al Agassi are the only drivers in the chase this season that do not have wins. Of course, Landon Smith Jr. with 3 wins on the season at Nazareth, Dover, and Ricky Madison Tall won at Boston. Eric Monaco at Michigan. Brady Wilmington at Coca-Cola. Colton Yo at Dover. Jonathan Logan in the first North Wilkesboro race. Tyler Reynolds at the second Hillside race. And I thought people were not getting going there. Looking down my list here, Derek Hamill does not have a win. Keegan Thompson at Papyrus, the first Hillside race. Trying to think, North Wilkesboro, the second North Wilkesboro race, and Chicagoland. Al Legacy does not have any wins. Logan Williams at that meme race at the Badlands, and Benjamin Dover at Armory Digital. Then you guys got other guys getting wins. Fitzy getting wins. Nathan Smith with the wins. Voiles won at the Glen. Ryan Benjamin, your Daytona 500 champion. Cole Sampson, Nathan Stapleton, Matt Tuck, Zachary Davis, and Jake Hoover. And even Bradley Ream got a win this season. But points will actually forgot to even say the points. But those will be on the right side of your screen, left side of your screen, I should say. Actually, you know what? They aren't. So I'll just read over the points under caution period. But the pace car pulling off onto pit lane any moment now. And green flag is in the air. We're racing here at Zen Joltis. And you already see cars going out 3 and 4 wide. Looked like there was just about 5 wide there, trying to get a better camera angle. You see Caleb Rose all the way at the top. They are 4 wide back in there, and they can easily do 4 wide. And 3 wide is even easier to do, but Dave Benjamin Jr. out to the early lead in the 42, I should say. These guys already jockeying for position as we see this absolutely beautiful view down here. Keegan Thompson all the way on the inside. And like I said, this is our last official Super Speedway race of the season. Buchanan, they're going to go 5 wide mid-pack through there. Buchanan all the way on the outside. That's not going to work. But Dave Benjamin Jr. goes up to the top. Looking in the back here, Brady Wilmington is going to try and fall back, and it is an absolute hornet's nest up here. Oh, they're not going to make 5 laps. I can guarantee you we are going to have a huge wreck here very, very soon. Making sure we are on TV1 there, and coming off the first corner, it's going to be Dave Benjamin Jr. leading lap number 1 here at the Zen Joltis QuadOval MegaSpeedway, and they are 4 wide back in there. This could get very dicey, even though pretty much almost every Super Speedway race we have had has been caution-free. Josh Williams, I should say, nearly turned himself around into Nathan Stapleton on the side chute there. Dave Benjamin Jr. continues to lead. Ooh, Williamson, he's going to move high, but he's not going to have any drafting help from Stapleton. And now Stapleton's going to try and go for the lead over Dave Benjamin Jr., but now he's not going to have any drafting help on the inside. Ooh, he might. Benjamin Dover making some strides in the 56 car already. He's going to be on that inside. Josh Williamson on the outside. They're still 4 wide. Madison Tall 5 wide back there for a brief moment. Dave Benjamin Jr. still being really aggressive from that point, from that leader point. He's blocking about 3 or 4 lanes of traffic in the 42. Now that could get very scary here. We're still only on lap number 2, 4 wide throughout the pack. To come to complete the second lap of this race, 5 wide back in there. And lap number 2, Dave Benjamin Jr. leads that lap. We're not sure when pit stops could happen, but a caution is probably going to happen. Juan Rodriguez all the way on the outside wall. He is going to go down to the back of the pack. Lickety split in the 19. He is going to lose all of those positions. Because if you hit the wall here, these guys are going 192 miles an hour. You hit the wall, you're going to lose probably 10 or 20 mile an hour of speed. And battle for the lead, Colton Yo to the inside of Dave Benjamin Jr. That is for the first position, I should say. Now, Al Agassi, one of the biggest movers of the race so far. See driver still jockeying in the mid-pack for position. If someone goes around, especially more towards the front, this field is going to completely rip apart. But Colton Yo to the point here on only lap number 3 of 26. We got to go around here 26 times. This is going to be a chore for these drivers. Definitely going to be our longest race of the season. Probably should have made this a 600-mile race on advertised, but you know what? It's going to be 500 laps. It's going to be fun. Colton Yo to the lead. Dave Benjamin Jr. stuck on that second lane. There are about 5 different lanes here at the Zen Joltis QuadOval MegaSpeedway. See, Brady Wilmington started last, if I'm not mistaken. He is still mid-pack and around to lead lap number 3. Colton Yo, first official lead change of the race. And the driver of the number 1 car for Full Frontal Motorsports looking to get his second win of the season. But definitely gonna be a very, very exciting race so far here at the Zen Joltis Mega Quad Oval. Trying to see, there is your points leader, Landon Smith Jr. in the 88, all the way, right in the thick of it. Gaining the points lead after Tuesday's race at Daytona Beach by finishing second in a drag race with that man right there, Zachary Fitzwater. Now it looks like the pack is getting a little bit more uniformed. It's Colton Yo in the lead, and Caleb Rose is the last car right now. So unfortunately, no surprise there. But number 1 car is number 1 out in front here at Zen Joltis. I'm surprised that the outside lane is working pretty well here at this track, unlike the other plate tracks that we go to this season. Everybody pretty much staying where they are. They're all going 4 and 5 wide here. This is could be a recipe for disaster if someone makes a mistake. Dave Benjamin Jr. diving to the inside of Colton Yo. Colton Yo will lead that lap here. No, it looks like we had a spin on the front straightaway. No, I think that's just the lighting. Scared me that we missed some sort of incident, but there you see all 40 cars. All 40 cars within 2 seconds of each one another. With Caleb Rose being back a second and a half behind your leader of Colton Yo. But battle for the race lead, Tyler Reynolds, who has started way in the back. He's going to try and get the lead. He's going to take second away from Dave Benjamin Jr. on that inside lane. This has already been a pretty long race. Fastest lap so far has been 1:33. So this is going to be pretty long. Ooh, Colton Yo thought about blocking the inside, and that was a good decision. Not a good decision. They are 6 wide back in here. Oh, that was a Kodak moment right there. 6 wide down the back straightaway. And I'm surprised they did not wreck Josh Williamson. Thought he was your pole sitter, but no, he was not. And they're still insane. They're still 5 wide back in there, but to the race lead, it is a drag race between Reynolds and Yo. And I believe Reynolds is going to get the advantage on the inside lane, coming onto the front straightaway to complete lap number 5 of 26. Dead heat, I think Yo got him on the outside, though. Yeah, he did. He barely got him. Looking back in the pack here, you see the 46 of Campbell on the outside, scraping the wall just a little bit. Seeing all these guys still side by side for the lead. Nathan Buchanan in that 12. Trying to make these guys there. Still 4 wide back in here. Oh, Dave Benjamin Jr. going to the high side, trying to make it 5 wide. His brother, Ryan Benjamin, I should say, blocking him up high. That's not going to be very popular in the Benjamin household. Our pole sitter is of Derek Hamill. Trying to see, there he is, still back in here, 5 wide. And this track is wide enough for 5 wide, so this is fun. We did see 6 wide. We did see 6 wide. Still 5 wide back in here with a couple of chase drivers. Fitzy on the outside with him, Campbell. James Edwards, ooh, that got close to contact there. Logan Williams in the 79, running really close. This helicopter cam is definitely going to come in handy, seeing exactly where these guys are. It's Trey Smith in the 30 in the last position, but looks like the 94 of Reynolds. Is he going to lead this lap at the line? I think Yo edged him out again. Yes, he did. What was the interval of that? 5 1/1000ths of a second for Colton Yo. So that outside lane, on the front straightaway, definitely proven to be. You can get the run on the outside lane, especially since the start-finish line is all the way near turn 1. Back in here, still 5 wide. Looking to possibly go 6 wide back in here. Wilmington still making strides. Dave Benjamin Jr. got caught up in the fray. And he is mid-pack in the 42. Not where you want to be. I can't imagine. I still can't believe that all these cars are keeping it together. But right as I said that, there's probably going to be a huge wreck that we're going to have to see a couple different times. We very well could have the largest wreck of the season in this race. I'm not going to say the most violent wreck of the season, but like largest by the amount of cars involved. We could definitely see this. Tyler Reynolds and Colton Yo, 2 chase drivers, are pretty dark underdogs. Pretty dark horses, I should say. Fighting for the lead. Landon Smith Jr. all the way on the outside, coming on to the front straightaway once again. Is Yo going to get the run on the outside? Yes, he is. And Colton Yo continues to lead here at the Zen Joltis QuadOval MegaSpeedway. Riley Sampson ducking to the outside. Still running. There's 5 wide there. Dave Benjamin Jr. right in the middle of that. We're going to fan it back down the 4 wide. Going to calm it back down. You know that this track is special when the announcer's saying they're going to calm it back down to 4 wide. That's Caleb Rose at the top right of your screen all the way out there. A couple Velocitar Racing cars up on the high side. And speaking of Velocitar Racing, Matt Tuck has taken the 2nd place position away from Tyler Reynolds. Tuck looking for his 2nd win of the season. He won earlier in the season at Denver in the South Park 400. He's looking to win the Anti-Task Force 500 here at Zen Joltis. We are closing in on halfway. Not sure if pit stops are going to happen or not as Reynolds dives down to the inside. He's got a teammate there in that SF Premium Motorsports camp. Dustin Davis in the 77 looking to be the to make SF Premium Motorsports one of the few teams to put all of their cars in victory lane this season. Polar Star Motorsports, I believe, is the only team to do so. Actually, no, not Appleseed Racing. I thought Riley Sampson had won something this season, but he has not. Looking back in here, this is a time bomb waiting to go off. Even though the plate racing this season has not been as chaotic as I thought it would be. Both real-life plate tracks went caution-free. As Yo led that lap again, but he's got a couple of SF Premium cars right on him. They're going side by side. Top 10 or so cars have definitely calmed it down to 2 wide. And especially here at Zen Joltis, 2 and 3 wide is very tame. Look at this shot on the wall right here. partner Joey. And Yo continues to lead from that top position, but he's got Dustin Davis. Oh, he looked to the outside. And I think if Davis went to the outside, he may have gotten a good run. Oh, now he's going to go dive down to the inside. But I don't think he's going to have any help. Trying to get a good camera angle here. He's not going to get a foot in the door on the one car. Yo continuing to show the way here, closing in on halfway through the Anti-Task Force 500 here at Zen Joltis. Davis right behind the one of Yo. Now Josh Williamson moves to the inside for third. Reynolds falling back. Yo leads that lap again. Now Williamson up here looking to battle Trey Smith. We saw Trey Smith in last about 3 or 4 laps ago. He's already inside the top 10. So that car has definitely been moving his way through the field like butter. And now he's going to get caught in this little sucker hole right here as Logan Williams, third highest chase driver in the field. He's about to become the second highest chase driver. But he's going to go underneath Tyler Reynolds 4. And Trey Smith for about the 4th position there. Buchanan all the way on the high side. No one can get the lead away from Colton Yo. We've had 2 leaders here at a restrictor plate track. That is pretty rare. The other leader being your pole sitter, Dave Benjamin. Actually, no, not your pole sitter. Your outside pole sitter, I should say. Dave Benjamin Jr. But Benjamin Jr. currently in the trying to look where he was last time by. Hey, Benjamin Jr. Feel like I missed him. Not sure if he was outside the top 30 or something. Oh yeah, 29th last time by. But a lot can change in one lap. And speaking of changing, Buchanan in the outside wall. That's going to kill his momentum. And Yo will lead yet another lap in the 1 machine. But Buchanan, it is possible he could lose a draft here. And if he is way far back in the 12. He hit the wall on the exit of the corner. So yeah, he is going to lose the draft. And if you lose the draft at a track like this, your chances of winning are pretty much 0. So that is a really tough break for Nathan Buchanan in the 12. But back up to the front, it is still Colton Yo showing the way. He has been absolutely dominant so far as we close in on halfway here to the Anti-Task Force 500, but he's going to have company on the inside lane. No, he's going to go down to block it once again. Lagasse and Rodriguez on the outside wall just a little bit. Yo is being really aggressive here, and I can understand why. As Reynolds goes to the outside, now Yo moves back to the outside, covers that run on the outside. He has been absolutely bonkers tonight on the at the Zen Joltis SuperSpeedway. QuadOval SuperSpeedway is the official name of this. As Buchanan continues to lose time and lose touch with the front of the field. Back on to the front straightaway. Yo with the outside run with help from Davis, going to lead another lap here. I think it's safe to say Colton Yo is going to lead the most laps, but here comes Logan Williams. Chase drivers running 1-2 at the moment. Speaking of chase drivers, there is your points leader in the 88, Landon Smith Jr. Zachary Fitzwater, his teammate, is going to go underneath him, but not going to quite get there. But Colton Yo continuing to shine the light in front of this pack. That's 6 wide again right there, I believe. At least it was 6 wide for a possible moment. Matt Tuck all the way on the outside. Still cannot count out a massive wreck here, especially if we have a spinner more towards the front of the pack. Oh, and there it is, Reynolds! Tuck on the outside, and there it is! Caution is out. Matt Tuck upside down. Tyler Reynolds with heavy damage. Owen Miles, Riley Sampson. And that's our first incident of the evening. Race back to the line. Still going to be out there. They still could wreck under yellow. But that was all the way on the back straightaway. Coming on to the front straightaway, Colton Yo on the outside. Still jockeying for every position available. Yo leads them back to the yellow flag. Just about halfway. It took 12 laps for them to finally not be able to figure it out. Matt Tuck absolutely destroyed in the 52. Trying to see, there is the 94 of Reynolds. Hard to believe this is only a 4-car incident. It looked like it was a lot more. But now the question is, do these guys come down the pit lane, or next time by at least? Still have yet to pick up the pace car. Looks like they are going to be stopping, and now the pace car is going to pick them up. Pace car in a very finicky position. But yeah, that was absolutely insane. Matt Tuck with heavy roof damage. There's no, yeah, he's definitely gonna finish last, and this was 100% a lifesaver for the 12 of Nathan Buchanan. It's gonna allow him to re-catch up with the front of the field. I believe these guys are going to pit. But if they do, we'll come back and review, because I really don't feel like waiting about another 2 minutes for them to cycle back around. So we're gonna quickly review what happened to Matt Tuck. Actually, it looks like they are going to pit. You know what? We can wait a few minutes because these guys aren't going anywhere. But it looks like the entire field is gonna come down. So this set of pit stops could determine who is going to win here at the Zen Joltis QuadOval MegaSpeedway. So coming out of turn 3 onto the west chute, I believe. That's what it's called. But Colton Yo and all these guys are probably going to come down the pit lane, I would imagine. Just have to wait and see. But Matt Tuck, this should be definitely a very interesting review. But he went into that wall really hard. 100% the biggest guy involved in this was a 94 of Reynolds. And Owen Miles once again getting caught up in something, and I don't know what happened to the 24 of Riley Sampson, but he was caught up. Legacy and Monaco, I think they were just there in the back. I'm not sure if they had anything to do with it. Coming onto the front straightaway, we're going to see if these guys are going to come down the pit lane. And appear, ooh, we have some strategy going on. Looks like half the field is going to come down. Colton Yo going to be the first car come down. Logan Williams going to get some track position here. Going to lead a couple laps under caution. But split strategy by the majority of the field. Looks like the majority of the field is going to come down. Actually, it looks like they're just about split evenly. Looks like probably a small majority of the field is going to be coming down the pit lane. Going to follow along with Colton Yo, your highest chase driver. Well, as of currently, we're going to follow and see what he does on the pit lane here. See a lot of cars, yeah, a long line of cars coming down the pit lane. Oh, contact on the pit lane between Charlie Davenport and the 88 of Landon Smith Jr., your points leader. It looks like it's just going to be gas and go. Stops! That got close between Tristan Allen and Colton Yo. Looks like we did have a little bit more contact on the pit lane. Looks like Colton Yo is just going to go gas and go, and so did Charlie Davenport. Davenport is going to be second off the pit lane. Landon Smith Jr. third. Keegan Thompson fourth. Zachary Davis fifth. But Logan Williams stayed out here in the 79 with a couple of other cars, including Derek Hamill, Madison Tall, and Al Agassi, the only chase drivers that stayed out. But Matt took a wild ride in turn number 2, I believe. They're still trying to repair that 52, but I think it's going to be too little too late. So let's see what happened to bring out the first caution of the evening here at Zen Joltis in the Anti-Task Force 500. So they were getting pretty touchy down the back straightaway into turn 3. And you're going to see Matt Tuck and Owen Miles shoot down and tuck into the 94 of Reynolds. Reynolds a hard shot, and then all three of those guys look at Matt Tuck on the riding the outside wall. Riley Sampson just does get involved just a little bit. But surprisingly, this was an only 4-car incident. And Matt Tuck is going to roll down the 23-degree, banking in the 52. Going to almost roll on top of the 94 of Reynolds. Reynolds definitely being the biggest driver involved in this, but Matt Tuck sliding on his lid. And going to come to rest in the infield of turn 3. So you're going to see that large spoiler going to dig into the ground, and that Velocistar 52 up on its lid like a lopsided turtle. Tough break for Matt Tuck this season. And then Tyler Reynolds, we saw him. He was looking really good, got shuffled back via the draft system, and then unfortunately caught up in this incident that he had no part in doing. And he's going to lose a lot of time and points for everyone going into Greenville-Spartanburg on Saturday, I should say. And then Owen Miles, we all know his song and dance of the season. Tough break for that 40 team. And Matt Tuck sitting on pit lane, unfortunately. Following along with the helicopter cam, you see Matt Tuck into Owen Miles. Juan Rodriguez also was involved, and then you saw the end result right there. Tuck going upside down right into the 94. And then essentially a beached whale and a lopsided turtle in the 52, and then it's going to teleport to pit lane just any moment. That's definitely been the story of the season for Matt Tuck, aside from his Denver win. But Colton Yeo led them back to the stripe, but we did see a lot of split strategy when it came to coming down the pit lane. Looks like tire wear not going to come into play. But Colton Yeo and a lot of guys, including Landon Smith Jr., Keegan Thompson, and Jonathan Logan came down the pit lane. But Logan Williams stayed out along with Al Agassi, Al Agassi, Madison Tall, and Derek Hamill. Those were the chase drivers that stayed out. Logan Williams will be your leader here. So let's see what he can do on the restart here at the Zen Joltis QuadOval MegaSpeedway for the Anti-Task Force 500. We're back here at the Zen Joltis Speedway, and right as we get back, Derek Hamill with an internal issue in the 91. And the gamble is not going to pay off for the driver of the 91. Tough break for Hamill. Some sort of mechanical issue in the 91, but Logan Williams is going to lead them back to the restart here at the Zen Joltis Speedway. Take a look and see who was knocked out. Owen Miles retired. 94 of Reynolds retired, and then the 52 of Matt Tuck, obviously. That team could not repair the damage, but Derek Hamill, heartbreak in the 91 machine. And he is going to lose a ton of points that he would have gained by staying out, but Logan Williams stayed out, but here comes Ryan Benjamin to his inside. And I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that nobody took tires on that caution. But then again, we have 10 laps to go, and let's see what happens with Hamill. Let's see if he retires. I don't know. It may have just been a tire issue. We've been seeing that all season long. And yeah, he had another flat tire. So those Goodyears that the team has elected to put on the car, at least I believe it's the Goodyears. But it's not been a good season. It's not been a good season so far for the driver of the number 91. Meanwhile, back to the race lead. Got a couple of two different packs here. Second pack is led by your pole sitter Landon Smith Jr., but we got a even wilder pack up here, 3 and 4 wide, with Logan Williams on the outside. He's going to lead this lap over Ryan Benjamin. Logan Williams looking to get his second upset win of the season. We got 9 laps to go here from Zen Joltis. Ryan Benjamin looking for his second win of the season as well. We all know what's happened with him. He looked really, really hot at the start of the season after winning the Daytona 500. But has kind of fallen off a cliff ever since the first 5 races of the season. Fitzy looking to go back-to-back for the first time in Michelin Barbecue Cup Series history. And now, I really don't want to be the bearer of bad news for a lot of these guys. And I see Riley Sampson also coming down the pit lane. Not sure if he had another tire issue. No, I think he just ran out of gas. And now 3 wide battle for the lead. Fanning it back down to 2 wide, 4 wide back in there with Davenport all the way on the outside. Benjamin. I'm not sure if he's going to clear the 79 of Williams this time by. Yeah, that outside lane launching off on the restart, launching off out of the corners is so superior. And that, I think, if they are side by side coming off of turn 4 on the final lap, whoever's going to be on the outside is definitely going to be the winner here. But Hamill and Sampson losing touch with the lead pack. Monaco and Joey also losing touch. And oh, they just got a heck of a lot more uniformed. Oh, Benjamin gonna... Oh, actually, no. Those guys coming down the pit lane. Fitzy, Ryan Benjamin. They did not have the gas to make it. And the gamble does not pay off for those guys. Now, what does this mean about Logan Williams? If he runs out of gas in the middle of this pack, oh, it's going to look like an F5 tornado went through here. That is for sure. It looks like these guys are just going to be doing gas and go. The gamble does not pay off for these guys. Especially Fitzy. He's going to be angry after this. But now that 79 of Logan Williams, his fuel tank could be the ticking time bomb for truly the ticking time bomb for this pack. He is going to go way to the inside. Oh, this is going to get scary right here if he runs out of gas. Because if he runs out of gas from the position he's in, he is going to slow that entire pack of cars down and possibly going to cause a huge accident. They're in the straight between turns 3 and 4. I think he's got to come down this time by. This would give the lead to Jonathan Logan on the inside. Yeah, I think that 79's got to come down no matter what. And he is. Or is he? I believe. Yes, he is. He almost got taken out there by Jonathan Logan. But the 79 of Logan Williams, he is going to lose on a lot more points. And 4 wide for the lead. They are 4 by 4 wide. Josh Williamson, I should say, over Jonathan Logan with a power move. But Logan going back underneath him for second is going to go up and block the run by Caleb Rose on the outside. Rose looking for his first win of the season. They are still 5 wide in the back there. James Edwards, have not mentioned him all day. He's running up inside the top 10. Looking at these guys. Nathan Smith also coming down the pit lane. Wow, back up front, it is all Josh Williamson. Now if they get side by side, here comes 54 of Rose. Coming to 5 laps to go. No, 6 to go this time by. I don't think these guys are going to catch Derek Hamill, especially with the way that they are racing. In the chute between turns 3 and 4, into 4 they go. Coming to 6 laps to go here at Zen Joltis for Josh Williamson, but 6 laps here. You're talking 30 miles left of racing left to go. This is going to be very, very spicy here. Rose to the inside, but he's not going to have the run. Now is Rose and Yadel and DeVito Sr. are going to come down. They also stayed out as well. So the question is, Madison Tall and Al Lagasse, they also stayed. They were chase drivers that stayed out. They're probably going to have to come in as well. And for Madison Tall, that's going to be killer. And for Al Lagasse, that's going to be killer, because Lagasse is one of those guys that has not really had a good start to the chase. And that is going to shake up the finishing order for sure. But Williamson coming to 5 laps to go on the back straightaway. I think we might go caution free. We'll just have to wait and see. Now Landon Smith Jr. looking for his 5th win of the season. Actually, no, his 4th win of the season for Landon Smith Jr. He has just been Mr. Right Place, Right Time. And Brady Wilmington, another guy that's up here contending. But I just don't see us having another incident. And now we got cars running out of fuel. Danny DeVito Jr.'s run out of gas. And I think that 34 of Lagasse has also run out. Same with Trey Smith. They're both running out. Tall coming down the pit lane. So does Daisy Johnson. All the guys that tried to stay out, they could not make it. Dustin Davis also down the pit lane. This guy's trying to make it down. Trying to just crawl to their pit stalls. But back to the race lead. 5 laps to go. I'm not sure if they are going to catch Derek Hamill here. See where the rest of the field is in relation to Hamill. No, I don't think they're catching up to Derek Hamill by the end of this race. If this race was longer, they might have. But Williamson continues to show the way. Speaking of drivers showing the way, Colton Yo looking to see where he is. Colton Yo is outside the top 15. Currently 16th of the driver of the number 1 car. I think he is still going to get the most laps led bonus. But this race is far from over. Dustin Davis, he is just crawling onto pit lane. So Davis, not sure. He's only going 35 miles an hour. He could coast to the pit lane. But 4 laps to go for Josh Williamson. 20 miles of racing for the driver of the number 22 for his own team. And now, speaking of his own team, 76 of Tristan Allen looking for his best finish of the season. His short season so far. Zachary Davis, don't count him out just yet. He's looking for his 2nd win of the season. Caleb Campbell just looking for a decent run. Has really been falling off the face of the earth as of late. We've got a nice 10 car or so pack, 13 car pack. Trey Smith, those guys just coming out of the pit lane. See if we could have some lap traffic like that. Lagasse and up there with Hamill. And now, Dave Benjamin Jr. really high. He is going to get hung out to dry in the 42. Now, I just don't see these guys catching up to lap traffic. But coming to 3 to go. Who knows what? Logan with an aggressive block on Edwards on the inside. That could draw some ire from the driver of the number 32. I think we are going to go caution free for the rest of this. So this is going to be the race for the victory between Williamson, Landon Smith Jr. Pretty much, I'd say everyone within this pack possibly has a chance. But I just don't know. Boyles here rounding out the top 5. I would say, personally, probably anyone in this top 5 has a decent chance. And now the 77 of Davis has stalled on the racetrack. I'm not sure if that's going to bring out a caution or not. He is on an access road. But that 77 has stalled. He's teleported back. Now, does that bring out the caution? No, it does not. So we are here for the race for the win. You know, something amiss with Tristan Allen. He had to get out of the gas. He's going to lose 3rd position away to Caleb Campbell. Williamson still in the lead, coming to 2 laps to go in the Anti-Task Force 500, our last official super speedway race of the season. But he has got your points leader, Landon Smith Jr., looking to wedge his way even further into the points. And now he goes to the inside, but he's not going to have the run. Coming to 2 laps to go in between turns 3 and 4. I think Williamson is going to have the run on the outside. Just have to wait and see. That outside has been so strong out of the corner. And he is coming. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go for Josh Williamson. And all these guys to possibly get wins. I mean, regardless, for Landon Smith Jr., it's going to be a really great points day for him once again to the inside of Josh Williamson. Williamson is going to have a run on the outside. I imagine he's going to try and block the run that the 88 of Smith Jr. is building. I just don't know. Davis coming back out onto the racing surface. Seeing how many cars we have left. Got 34 cars on the lead lap. I just don't know. And now to the lead, Landon Smith Jr. once again. I think this guy 100% is the championship favorite at this point. Brady Wilmington and Josh Williamson, not Josh Williamson, Jonathan Logan back in here. They're going to get good point stays as well. But on the straightaway between turns 3 and 4 for the second to final time, it is between Williamson and Landon Smith Jr. If Landon Smith Jr. can clear Williamson, that's going to be the race. They don't count out Juan Rodriguez making it 3 wide either. But through turn 4 for the final second to final time, coming to the white flag here. Who is going to lead it? I think Williamson's just going to edge out the 88 of Landon Smith Jr. right there. White flag in the air from Zen Joltis. And this is the race for the win between the 88 of Landon Smith Jr. and now to the inside goes the 98 of Stapleton. He was going to have drafting help from there, but that's not going to help. I think it's going to be between the 88 and the 22. But through turn 2 for the final time onto the back straightaway. They are still door to door. Now Dustin Davis, I don't think they're going to catch up to Davis. I think the ball is in Williamson's court. But down the back straightaway for the final time, James Edwards is going to get held out to dry on the outside. Through turn 3 for the final time. Through the stretch between turns 3 and 4. Williamson again with a huge run. Tristan Allen all the way on the inside through the chute between turns 3 and 4. This is going to get good. 88 with a huge run on the inside through turn 4 for the final time. Landon Smith Jr., Josh Williamson. It's going to get close. Here, coming to the stripe, Williamson with a run on the outside. Not going to be enough. Landon Smith Jr. wins again here in the Mission Barbecue Cup Series. This man is flat out unstoppable. Landon Smith Jr., 4th win of the season for the driver of the number 88 Polar Star Motorsports. Polar Star Motorsports back-to-back victories here in the Mission Barbecue Cup. Actually, no, back-to-back-to-back victories here in the Mission Barbecue Cup Series. Nathan Smith won at Atlanta. Fitzy won at Daytona Beach. Now Landon Smith Jr. has won here at Zen Joltis. That team undefeated in the chase so far. But Landon Smith Jr., I believe that was the one lap he led. And of course, that was the most important lap. Josh Williamson, oh so close. Nathan Stapleton coming up here in P3. Dave Benjamin Jr., Brady Wilmington, Juan Rodriguez, Daniel Voyle, Zachary Davis, Jonathan Logan, and Tristan Allen rounding out your top 10. Take a look and see all of these guys that unfortunately had to come down the pit lane. The biggest guy from that Al Agassi, and you see the guys that were knocked out. Tyler Reynolds, that is not going to help him in the points, but overall a grueling race here at the Zen Joltis SuperSpeedway. Those are your official standings. Landon Smith Jr. is your winner here, and just absolutely insane performance that team has been putting on this season. And just like that team in general, Polar Star Motorsports, 8 wins this season. All of their guys have been to victory lane at least twice. It is just unfathomable how dominant this team has been. And this is the only team with Honda engines, so they've got to be like putting some IndyCar engines in that team, because they are absolutely unstoppable here in the inaugural season of the Mission Barbecue Cup Series. Landon Smith Jr. definitely the championship favorite, and he's proven it here with his 4th win of the season. He has been a master on the super speedways. Absolute dominant performance by this 88 team. But that's all I've got. I have been Trey Wright. Once again, congratulations to Landon Jr. I have been Trey Wright. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. From the Zen Joltis QuadOval MegaSpeedway, here are your points after 28 races in the NOFSRL Mission Barbecue Cup Series inaugural season. This has been NASCAR Nerd 34, signing off.